to Make Me a Fan. I'm the Jag.
I'm Pete.
And today we are recapping Bar 53. We work hard and we play hard. And of course, the encyclopedia, I don't know, you kind of mix work and play when it comes to bar wrestling, don't you think?
100%. That's the only way to stay a sane person, I think. You know, a lot of hard work.
I guess so. I mean,
also with a lot of hard play.
Sometimes I wonder what it must be like to be you. Just because you watch wrestling through a freaking viewfinder, okay?
Oh, for sure. I was going to say, especially today's Outlandish guy that we have.
Ooh, yes, because he is an entertaining, and he's an outlandish mofo. All right, let's just keep it real. He is next level. From the look, from the tattoos, to the fanny pack, to some of the surprises he pulls out in the ring. Zicky Dice is an amazing talent, and if you're sleeping on him, you better wake the hell up because he's gonna be in your face. NWA Power, and hopefully back at Bar, kicking butt, taking names.
Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Absolutely, championship. There's all kinds of cool things going on. So, I would like it if you clowns would please direct your attention to hashtag Pete's Picks, because he's got some magnificent stuff here today. So, first up, we get Zicky Dice's entrance. Encyclopedia, what do you think of this man's entrance?
Absolutely outlandish.
It is definitely outlandish.
But look at these tattoos this guy has. I mean, just the coolest tattoos. And you know he has a rock band.
Oh, he does?
He has a rock band, and he just got a record deal.
Oh, snap. What's it called? Do you know what it's called?
We'll have a link right here to
put it on the screen, definitely. And if there's a link to anything on YouTube, I'll put it right up above the Jag's head. Now, hold on a second. If you're looking at Pete's Picks on the screen, this man has some rose-colored glasses. He's got a bandana. He's got a fanny pack, a white leather jacket, and all kinds of craziness. Was that a mullet? Like, I don't know what's going on.
Probably. I mean, you know, it's business in the front, party in the back.
Well, I think he's party all over the place because, I mean, you can't help but party when Zicky Dice comes to the ring. So he grabbed the microphone. He had some stuff to say. I think he said something that I thought was a little bit questionable. He said, "Get Watts' big ass out here so I can kick," something like that. "Get Watts out here so I can kick his giant ass," or something like that. And I almost clutched my pearls. How dare you speak ill of one of the most prolific and gifted wrestlers in all the world, especially here in Southern California. Mr. Watts is not to be trifled with. And Zicky Dice, God bless him, he's skilled on the microphone. He asked for this ass whooping, and that ass whooping came to town in the form of Watts. What do you think, Pete?
I think his ring music speaks to exactly what happened.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the last time I saw Watts in this building was against Tommy Dreamer in a hardcore match. Now he's going up against Zicky freaking Dice, and this is a regular wrestling match. So I don't know if Zicky thought he was going to out-wrestle Dark Watts. I don't know.
I don't know. You know, clearly, I mean, he has some outlandish tights.
He sure does.
But I don't know what he would... You don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yeah.
And you certainly don't throw a stone when you live in a glass house.
Yeah.
So if we've got both of those already in the hopper, I don't know what else is left for Zicky other than he's probably just getting his ass whooped.
I mean, I won't say, yeah. Zicky definitely
he's
has
outlandish, that's why.
He had some
See, I got you. He's outlandish.
He has some tricks up his sleeve, as you can see right here. Zicky Dice is not to be trifled with. This man has some moves. He has some interesting things that he likes to do. And if you look at this picture right here, Mr. Nick Venano is doing this thing in the background, and you can see Watts. You know what Watts looks like to me right there? He looks like the cartoons when they're angry, and you can see the steam coming off their head, or the steam coming out their ears. Watts
just hunched over like this.
He looks like he's about to make this man pay for these streamers.
I think that's very much going to happen.
Yeah?
Yeah, he shoved them right down
He shoved them down his throat. So Zicky Dice was writing checks that he can't cash. And of course, Watts goes for the choke right here off the bat, but Zicky was able to fight back.
Absolutely. So he showed that even though he is a little bit shorter in height, does have that agility to actually pull off some of those moves. And, you know, even though Watts would get him off his feet, he'd either sneak his way out or sneak out in reverse.
Don't underestimate Mr. Zicky Dice because he is crafty and he is talented. The man can wrestle, all right? It's not just, you know, gimmicks and tricks. This man can kick all kinds of butt in the ring. However, I think he might have bit off a little more than he can chew with a 6'5" giant Mr. Eric Watts. So
completely agree. But as we were saying earlier, you can see Nick right here just absolutely crushing it on these photos.
Sure. Yeah. Nick is fantastic. Isaac's fantastic. You know, we have I believe you called it an embarrassment of riches when it comes to referees. However, in the same token, there's a shortage of referees pretty much everywhere right now. So, I mean, there's 16 people in our class at Santino's. I don't know how many of them want to be referees, but if they do it, there might be some work for these guys because there seems to be a need for referees. And you know something I don't need? I don't need Zicky Dice putting his hands down his trunk and getting ready to rub it in Mr. Watts' face.
This was beyond outlandish. But, you know, he tried to take advantage of Watts here, but of course the tables turned.
Yes.
And it seems like it reminds me of the scene from A Christmas Story when Ralphie gets the soap in his mouth. And he's just got this look of, and look at Watts right here, awesome. just loving it. And it looks like, Zicky looks like he's got the bar of soap in his mouth when he said the bad word.
Honestly, dude, like I was tripping for a second because I'm like, wait, that's your own body. It shouldn't be that disgusting. But hey, I don't know what's going on. This dude, he wasn't feeling it, and I laughed my tail off when I saw that. So here's the interesting part about it, though. Zicky Dice started to take a victory lap. This dude felt like he had it in the bag.
Yeah. And
I actually started to get nervous for a second because I thought, what is Zicky gonna pull out this time? Because I mean, the dude's talented. Maybe he can get a W over Watts, which would have surprised the hell out of me. And of course, then he pulled some other crap out of his bag of tricks. Now, Encyclopedia. I don't know how to explain this. Can you please explain what we're about to see on the screen?
So Zicky got hit and actually started like hard way bleeding.
Yeah.
And just decided that he was going to do some next level stuff. That he was just going to smear it all over himself and. Yeah, I don't get that, but then it caused him to get sick, and he actually threw up a bunch of streamers.
I was not sure.
Maybe that was when Watts stuffed them down his throat.
Something happened because it came back. I didn't know what to say. I was tripping. I couldn't even take video here. I was like, what the heck's going on? And it seemed to go on forever.
Yeah, it was outlandish.
It was outlandish, which is very true and true to his name, true to his freaking action figure, true to form. Zicky Dice is outlandish. Of course, after the streamers and what have you, Zicky was feeling it. You can see it on the screen. He feels like he's got this sucker in the bag. However, and I gotta show you this clip, Mr. Eric Watts hit him with the big boot like you wouldn't believe. Then he slapped the choke on him and gave him what I call the hand of God. It's a sit-out choke bomb, and he slammed Zicky Dice, outlandishness and all, to the mat, and he got the 1, the 2, and the 3. So you know better than to trifle with my man Watts, because he will reach up to Jesus Christ himself and slam your ass right down to hell. So that was a hell of a match. Zicky Dice, you are truly outlandish and entertaining as hell. And if you don't know Zicky Dice, you better ask somebody. You better get online, follow him on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you know what dates he's coming to town, because he is something you don't want to miss.
For sure. And speaking of something not to miss, what about the next match for tomorrow? When is it going to air?
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. is when all the new videos come out.
Okay, so that's cool. So, but who's in the next match?
I will tell you in just 1 second, because before I get into that,
yes, sir,
I've got to tell you something else.
Yes, sir.
Now, there was I don't know how to put this. There was a tweet made by the vice president of NWA, and he asked for anyone that is talented and likes to do media, has good lights and good sound, because they have a project, I'm not sure what it is. Can anybody out there, respond or reply to this thread if you're that guy? At which point, of course, a good friend of ours, G, he tagged us in, and then I replied and put pictures of the encyclopedia setup, our setup, I guess, but the encyclopedia is the brains behind the operation. And I put, we have daily content. Because not only do we do this on a consistent basis with great lighting and great sound, we do this daily. So to answer your question, I know it's a little bit long-winded, but to answer your question.
You absolutely are in the right place.
To answer your question, it's daily, you clowns. 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern, every day new stuff comes out. And I don't want you to think for 1 second we're gonna miss a day, because we are consistent. Not just prolific and gifted, but we are also consistent. And you know who else is consistent?
Who?
Mr. Ray freaking Rosas. Ray Rosas is consistent as hell. That guy, I see him working in San Diego. He's working up in Chatsworth. He's working at Championship. He's working at Bar. He's working every freaking where. You see that?
He's our current Santino Bros champion.
Absolutely. This dude is kicking all kinds of butt all over Southern California. I think he might be able to, he might travel a little bit more this year. I'm not sure. But once a certain librarian went to AEW, Mr. Rosas was left by himself. And after a certain Sexy Time Murderer went to Ring of Honor, Mr. Andy Brown, Uptown Andy Brown, was left by himself, and together they formed a Voltron of sorts and became the Leftovers. And they're definitely over. You agree with that?
Leftovers.
You damn right. So we have the Leftovers, Andy Brown and Ray Rosas versus one of my favorite tag teams in the world, the Rock Nest Monsters. Yuma and BHK, Big Hunky Kenny, coming your way.
Big Hunky Kev.
Sorry, I guess I was thinking about like Big and Rich. I don't know.
Oh no, but Big Hunky Kev and that
Big Hunky Kev.
And that big old hunky beard of his.
That is a hell of a beard. I am jealous because my beard is patchy as hell, but I can't cut it. So anyway, that's tomorrow's match, 9 a.m. Rock Nest Monsters versus the Leftovers. Be here at B Square. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you tune in and follow us at Make Me a Fan 316. Is that it?
That's it. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 9 a.m.
Damn right.